right, we just ripped our AC off. I thought for sure this gas station would be fine.
You're definitely not going to be able to run it.
All right. There's where we hit. But unfortunately, they had no signs. So I just made an assumption, which I guess I shouldn't have, but it was, you can see here, absolutely no markings. Can I just say I'm absolutely sick to my stomach right now? You know, I've done everything by the book on this trip with this new RV. We've routed specially. I'm always very cautious. And I feel like this is my fault. But come on, if you have a low clearance or you don't want rigs pulling in, put up signs. There was absolutely no low clearance sign, and it looked like it was tall enough. In fact, I got under. It was when I came out. So Mark says we're gonna have to rip the whole thing off, and we're just gonna have a hole in our bedroom, and I gotta get this thing back to Indiana. So, and then the gas station person comes out and I don't want to say insinuate it was my fault, but she's like, well, we got to get pictures for the boss. He's not going to be happy if he has to repair. And it's like, and then I have people driving through saying, you ought to sue them. They have no clearance signs. It's not your fault. So, I'm literally sick. I'm headed over. Mark's up there because, you know, I don't like heights. Thank God I've got Mark here. He's up there trying to secure it just to get to our campground. We're about 50 miles away. And then he said when we get there, we got to take it off. So I'm walking over to a hardware to see if I can find as heavy plastic as possible and Gorilla Tape. So this shouldn't even be a video. All right, I got some 4mm plastic and some Gorilla Tape. I think we're gonna need to try to find something solid though and see if we can't screw it in where the AC screws in. I don't know, I'm just thinking we need a hard, I just don't know how this plastic's gonna make it home 800-900 miles or whatever we are.
I can actually get this over this lip. I don't know if you can see the lip there, but it'll come over the edge. And then those are the bolt holes right there that came loose. I think you can, I don't know if you can see the hole on it or not. But I can get this whole unit back so it's connected to here. Then we might be able to get the cover on top.
All right, so we arrived at our campground, and I'm very fortunate that Mark and Karen are traveling with us because, as many of you know, I do not like heights, especially edges. So Mark is very kind to go up there and work on it. And it looks like what we're gonna do is Mark has been able to bend it back into place. He's putting the white cover back on for tonight just to prevent leaking, and then we're gonna run and get some hardware, and we're gonna try to put the white cover back on to get it home. We're not gonna be able to use the AC because there may be damage to parts and pieces, but at least we're gonna keep the water out tonight if it rains, and we're gonna bolt it down really good. That's why we gotta run to Home Depot, and hopefully that'll hold to get us home. So we're obviously gonna need probably a new AC or at least a rebuild, but if we can just get it back to Indiana. We're headed into Home Depot to try to find some bolts, washers, and nuts so we can put that cover back on to get us back to Indiana. So we'll see what we can find in here. We're starting with a drill bits and a pile of hardware and some self-tapping screws, and we'll find out here. We gotta scan this, so I'm paying though, so. All right. Only $38, Mark.
We're all ready to go now.
Add that to the 30-some bucks I spent on plastic and Gorilla Tape. We're under $100 for this project that only
Only to get it home.
Yeah, that doesn't actually solve the problem. Yeah. I have a feeling this is the cheap bill.
Yeah, this is the easy part.
All right, we're gonna go get something to eat. It's been a long day. Good morning, everyone. Well, I feel a little bit better now that I've had a good night's sleep, and there are heat warnings here today. Good, down 1 AC. But the second AC is optional, which means theoretically we should stay cool. It is about 8:30, and we're getting ready to start. I say we again, it's primarily Mark. I'm just the gopher. But the plan today is, last night we did get that supplies, so he's going to try to put some screws in the sheet metal housing just to hold it together, and then put some big bolts through from that housing up to the plastic cover, and then he's going to Gorilla Tape all the way around it. Our main thing is we just don't want it to fly apart on the highway. So I think this is going to work, and it should get us home, and then we'll have to decide once we get home. But at this point, we're not worried about going forward. We just need to get this thing fully secured. So I got to grab some tools, and then Mark's going to get up on the roof. Mark has the cover back off again this morning, and you can see he used Gorilla Tape to try to put that housing, at least to hold it together. I think this morning what he wants to do is, we bought some self-tapping sheet metal screws. I think he's going to put some screws back in it, and the fan blade broke. That's why we can't use it. Plus, we don't know if any of the copper lines were compromised. But the main thing is try to keep that housing together, and then once he does that, he's got those bolts that we bought with washers, and he's going to rig it up to hold the plastic cover on, which, like he said, is probably going to be bolted on better than it was before. Luckily, yesterday I had a pair of leather gloves that I carry in the truck, and so Mark was able to really bend on that metal because it was all out of shape. It's got some, you can see, well, you probably won't be able to see. I'm not sure if they'll show up on camera, but some pretty good bends in it. But at least he has it back in a shape that looks more normal. I don't know if you can see, Mark's got the first bolt through. We're putting one on each side, right where the cover would normally lock. And he's got the first one on. And then once he gets both of those in, then he's going to pull that cover back, put some self-tapping screws in, and then a bunch of Gorilla Tape just to hold that down. And then we'll put the cover back on. You know, after sleeping on it last night, this morning I was thinking, and there's not really much I could have done as far as there was no sign, so, and it looked really tall. But going forward from now on, I am not going to pull in unless I see a height sign posted, or I'm going to have Patty get out and spot me, and we'll go real slow. Again, there was kind of this false sense because I had pulled under no problem and had already fueled. It was only the pulling away part that caused the issue. So I mean, I guess that's the big takeaway, is we'll just in the future, we'll be looking for those height signs, or we'll have a spotter. I guess what's really disheartening yesterday, though, was somebody from the gas station did come out and said they needed to get pictures for their boss, and I totally understand that. But then when Patty gave her the information, and then Patty got thinking, well, we need their information, and she went inside, and I guess they were questioning why we would want their information, and she's like, well, you wanted ours, so we need yours. But the other thing was, she said when she walked in the gas station, there was a bunch of guys, and they were all laughing, and the minute she walked in, it went dead silent. So I guess they were laughing at us. Go ahead, laugh at us if you want, but, you know, instead of laughing, maybe you could have came out and helped us try to get out from under it. We did have several people stop in the parking lot and ask if we were okay. Several people, one guy literally yelled going by the gas station out of his truck, they need to be sued. They don't have the height restriction posted like they're supposed to. And we don't want to sue anybody. That's not the point. But I agree. And we actually had like 3 people tell us that they should have it posted. And they really should, because it would protect their awning, and it would protect, you know, us, because we had measured our RV. So we know exactly what the height is. So had it been posted that it was only 13.4, the minute I pulled in, I would have went way out and around and just exited the gas station. But you know, and I'm guessing it was probably about 13.4 because we are 13.5, and it was real close. It wasn't like it hit way down low, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? All we can really do on situations like this is just learn from it. And, you know, one of the reasons I document is to try to share these to help people out. So I know there'll be somebody who will leave a comment. You know, there's always that one bully out there that will leave that comment about what an idiot I am, blah, blah, blah. And that's okay. Go ahead. If it makes you feel better to tear me down, I'm okay with that, because I want you to be happy. But I'm happy by sharing our mistakes to try to save some of you the same mistake down the road. So in the end, can't we all just be happy? Hey, Mark, is there any chance you want to start a second career as a RV AC repairman? I hear there's great demand. I'm sure I can keep you busy.
I think there are 2 chances.
2 chances?
Slim and none.
Slim and none, all right. And don't worry, I'm taking care of Mark. I bought his dinner last night. I'll probably be buying his dinner for the next 3 months to make up for this, because he has no idea how much I appreciate this. Looks like it's on there pretty sturdy.
The bolts went down pretty tight.
Okay. Mark's got it back on. I mean, he has got it bolted on. He's got lots of Gorilla Tape on there. The only thing he's concerned about is if we get into a heavy rain, that because the unit's not fully flush on the back with where it's sealed, but it's sealed up as good as we can do at this point. But he said the unit itself is on there. The cover's not going to come off or anything like that. So now we just have to get this thing home. Thank you, Mark. I don't know.
You're quite well.
I don't know what we'd do without you. Seriously.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's what friends are for.
I bet you'd like some friends with shorter RV to travel with, so you don't have to worry about this crap.
I think it's not the RV, it's the operator.
That's might be. So keep the RV, put Patty behind the wheel.
Yeah, put Patty behind.
All right.
Could happen to anybody, and it looks like at that place it's happened a few times. So.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I was the first,
No,
but
definitely won't. Probably won't be the last.
Probably not unless they put up some signs.
Yeah.
All right, well, this should get us home, and then we'll figure it out from there.